Hello and welcome to the Everything is Black and White podcast here on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe. I'm talking very quietly because the time has just gone 5:30. I'm just waiting for my taxi to take me to Birmingham Airport. I'm flying out to Dortmund. This is going to be my travel vlog, so I'm flying first to Dusseldorf, then getting the train up to Dortmund. It's going to be a very long day, but I cannot wait to get into Dortmund. Catch up with all the Newcastle United fans. Of course, Newcastle United face Dortmund in the Champions League, and it's a must-win game now. I am all packed and raring to go. Show you just my kit a little bit. We've got everything I need here because we're going to be bringing you loads of content here on the YouTube channel. So that's why you've got to give it a subscription and a thumbs up. This is the important bit, isn't it? Microphone, muff, everything's packed in there. Microphone, power packs, selfie sticks, everything we need to bring you all the best content. And what a week it's going to be. I mean, on the back of that Arsenal victory, tremendous performance by Newcastle, really good performance, full of work rate, hard work, effort. The perfect way to go into this game against Dortmund on Tuesday night. And what a party atmosphere it's going to be, whether you're in Dusseldorf, whether you're in Dortmund, whether you're back on Tyneside. It's just going to be a proper party atmosphere, and we'll be right there in Dortmund to bring you all. But as I say, give the channel a subscription, hit a thumbs up on this video, stick with us for my journey to Dortmund.
Well, hello from Stansted Airport. We're here ready to travel to Dortmund. It's currently 10 to 5 on Monday morning. Not the easiest journey down. I think if any Newcastle United fans have been travelling down the country yesterday, they'll have experienced a lot of train trouble. A big power cut at Durham and Darlington, knocking out the power down that east coast and wreaking havoc with a lot of people's travel plans. So that journey down to Stansted from Newcastle last night took a little bit longer than we were expecting. I'm hoping for no flight delays this morning with my 6:10 flight from Dortmund. Now, Stansted Airport is absolutely heaving, and not just is it heaving with, you know, dead-eyed, tired people, it's also heaving with Newcastle United fans. I've seen a lot of people in black and white and their retro kits ready to fly out to either Dusseldorf or Dortmund today. Just a little glance on social media, you can see that some fans are already out there in Dusseldorf, getting the party started early, warming up that city before the rest of the contingent join in the coming days. As I say, just waiting for the flight here now to get over to Dortmund. Should get it to Dortmund very early on Monday morning to have a little look around. So come with us on the journey.
So I've made it to Birmingham Airport. Lovely little taxi ride. Lovely chap talking to me about Newcastle United. Very impressed with the work Eddie Howe has done. But then, bless him, the taxi driver got on to the links with Saudi Arabia, and the question he wanted answering more than anything was, do I think Ronaldo will end up as a Newcastle United player? I said, I hope not. I said, with the team Eddie Howe's built and the way these players play for the club, there's no egos, there's no superstars, everybody just, you know, pulls on that black and white shirt and fights for the city and the club. So I hope Ronaldo comes nowhere near Newcastle United. Now, my flight isn't until 8:10, and currently the time has just gone 6:05, so it's fair to say I'm a little bit early, but I'd rather be early than I would be late. I don't want to miss my flight, not to Dortmund, well, to Dusseldorf. I mean, this is going to be a fantastic week. Now, the key question though at the moment, at this god-awful hour, is whether there is a Greggs in this airport. Now, Manchester has a Greggs, Newcastle of course has a Greggs, and if you remember when we went down to Wembley, outside Sunderland Station, there was a Greggs. I haven't had any breakfast, I haven't checked it out, but I'm hoping there is a Greggs. That's why I've left room, that's why I avoided any cereal this morning, because I want me Greggs bacon and sausage sandwich and a coffee. And I'm hoping also that I bump into plenty of Newcastle United fans here at Birmingham Airport. My colleague Aaron's just flown out from Stansted, I think it is. You've got fans flying out from all over the shop, Dublin, via loads of different airports. I'm hoping, surely I've got to bump into some here, and we shall soon see. But as I say, the number one thing to find out first of all, is there a Greggs? And it's like, God, here it is. There is a Greggs, ladies and gents. There is a Greggs. So thankfully there is a Greggs here at Birmingham Airport. Sausage and bacon sandwich with plenty of ketchup. Has to be done. My flight is on the board there. Partying at 8:10. Already checked it and everything. So I've got a bit of time to kill. I haven't seen my first Newcastle United fan yet. I'm sure someone is knocking around somewhere. Maybe when I get through departures and through security, we'll start bumping into people. You know, I suppose the key question about the actual game, while we've got a bit of time to kill, is it a must-win for Newcastle United? And you have to say it is. You know, they've got 4 points on the board. So Dortmund ahead of them because of the head-to-head rule, which is a ridiculously stupid rule, but that is the rule. So Newcastle have got real aspirations of getting to the next stage, which they clearly have. They're clearly capable. They have to beat Dortmund on Tuesday night, and they are capable of doing that. I think second half performance against Dortmund, they deserve to win the game based on that. I know not everyone thought that, but that was my view. Performances since, I mean, the win over Manchester United in the Cup, the win over Arsenal, and the way they beat Arsenal as well, kind of all the reaction from Arsenal, I think that's just probably made it a bit more of a sweeter result, but also reaffirmed that kind of us against the world mentality, which they'll take into Tuesday, and they'll need, because it'll be a fierce atmosphere in Dortmund. Dortmund, though, thumped 4-0 off Bayern Munich. Harry Kane, hat-trick. You know, they're not in a good place at the moment. You know, they were going well in the league, but they weren't playing well. They were getting the results. That defeat to Dortmund will sting, to Bayern will sting, so they'll not be in a good place. And Newcastle can exploit that, so it is a must-win. Newcastle United are more than capable of getting all 3 points. So we're just at the gate now, gate 55. I think that's probably the plane there. That's how we'll be flying on to Dusseldorf, Euro Wings. Just about half an hour to go until we take off. Got the mirror here. See what it says about Newcastle United. We've got the cells on the back here. Sore Losers, story by Simon Bird, regular friend of the podcast. This is all about how Jamal Lascelles is fuming because Jorginho refused to shake his hand after the game against Arsenal, and he's not very happy, is Jamal Lascelles, and he's going to have a starving role, isn't he, again against Borussia Dortmund. I mean, what a stand-in he's been for Sven Botman, and you know, Newcastle haven't really actually looked like they've missed Sven Botman too much, because Lascelles has stepped up and he's probably playing the best football of his career at Newcastle United, and he will have another big part to play against Dortmund on Tuesday.
So here we are, we've made it, we're in Dortmund, about 10:30 in the morning. The sun is shining, but it is very, very cold. And I tell you what, kickoff probably isn't for another 30 hours, and already Dortmund is filling up, full of Newcastle United fans. The entire flight over from Stansted, absolutely full of them. Everywhere you look around the city so far, and at the airport, there's different pockets of fans just looking for the directions to the hotel and how to get to the market square, where a lot of those fans are going to be congregating in the next few hours. Now, we'll be speaking to Eddie Howe in a couple hours time at the press conference. Plenty to ask him, not just about tomorrow's game, but also about what happened against Arsenal on Saturday. A very, very feisty encounter at St James's Park. We know that since the game, since full time, we've had statements from Arsenal, you know, condemning the referee, condemning the officiating. I think if you're a Newcastle United fan, I think if you're a neutral fan, you're really looking at that Arsenal statement and think it's pretty embarrassing. But I'm sure Eddie Howe will have a lot to say on the matter when we speak to him at Signal Iduna Park later this evening. I've just made it to the hotel and just want to share something with you, because already I've noticed the language barrier. Not as easy as it was in Milan to sort of get the gist of the language, but there's just some things that you just know what they mean in any language.
So I've made it to Germany, a lovely flight from Birmingham to Dusseldorf. Now I've got my tickets here to get to Dortmund. Our flight was very quick, full of Newcastle United fans, really good atmosphere surrounding this trip. Dusseldorf, Dortmund, all about to get taken over by some very excitable Geordies. Packed a proper thick coat, and the weather's actually quite nice, it's quite pleasant. Just waiting now for my train. I think it's about an hour or so into Dortmund, checking to the hotel, but I'm just excited to get onto the ground in Dortmund and catch up with some Newcastle United fans. I'd say everyone's really excited. I think there's a real belief that they can get the better of Dortmund on Tuesday night. We know they have to really, if they want to go further in this tournament, but there's no reason why they can't, so let's see what happens. Well, there we go, look at that lovely little personal message there. We are at the Courtyard by Marriott, and this is it's a really nice space. Hello. Really good space. And as we'll show you later, we are literally a stone throw away from the actual Borussia Dortmund stadium. Hello again. So there you have it. The room tour here in Dortmund. You know what? It's kind of nice. You've seen the room I'm in, and look who I've just found. Surprised to see you here, Aaron.
I know, yeah, small world, isn't it?
We're not sharing rooms, he's got his own room, don't worry about that. Very nice hotel. We've just recorded actually this week's Monday show. It still seems bizarre that we're saying live from Dortmund. It was a good show, thank you to everyone who tuned in. If you haven't already, go to the podcast provider to hear it. And what does the rest of the day entail for us?
Well, I feel like we're going to probably part ways at this point. We've only just had a little brief rendezvous in the hotel. I'm going to head off to the stadium to speak to Eddie Howe and Newcastle United player, who I can't remember who that is.
We don't know yet, do we?
We don't know, I don't think who it's going to be. It was Trippier from Milan, and it was Longstaff for PSG.
Shall we make a bet?
Okay.
Callum Wilson.
Okay, I'll go... Oh, that's a good one. I'll go Anthony Gordon.
Anthony Gordon is, and just in case Aaron's managed to book a hotel, and the stadium's literally over there. I could kick a ball and probably get it in onto the pitch. That's how close it is. So he's booked a fantastic location for him. I'm gonna have to go back into the centre to catch up with thousands of Newcastle United fans who are descending on Dortmund, but we can't wait to catch up with you all. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe on the channel, and look out for plenty more content coming from Dortmund over the next couple of days.